tell you why you should and you shouldn't buy a Palo Verde home in El Paso, Texas. So before we get into the specifics of a Palo Verde home, I want you to know, before you even know if this builder or any builder is right for you, you need to know what price range you're in. So don't even start looking at new construction before you know that, because new construction prices, I'll give it to you bluntly, they're gonna be higher than resale prices. Price per square foot is up there. Are you really paying higher though? Because it's going to be a new home, so you don't have to come in and do those repairs right off the bat. And as long as you keep up with the normal maintenance you should be doing on a home, you're good. Once you find out your price, then that's when you start hammering down what are your non-negotiables. Square footage, beds, baths, location, and then the three most common miscellaneous non-negotiables are going to be quality of builder, lot size, and style of home. Now that you know the preliminary research you need to be doing before you even decide to go new construction, let's talk about Palo Verde Homes. What kind of builder are they in terms of quality? I know that's important to you guys. They've been a 6-time Builder of the Year. And for the past 3 years, at the time of making this video, they've been the Builder of the Year 3 times in a row. Out of 20 builders, they're number 1. When they came to El Paso, they completely changed up the style of production style homes. They even brought the farmhouse style to El Paso. And inside their homes, which I'll go over right now, they do miscellaneous quality things that other builders don't do, because as a home buyer, you don't really see it, and on the surface, it looks like apples to apples. So how does this builder build their homes? The work starts from the soil. Soil is the most important part of building a house, and what they do is they test every single lot. What some builders do is they test one lot on the whole block and they assume the whole block's good. This builder tests every single lot to make sure the soil's good. If it's not, they're taking out all that soil and they're gonna put screening in there, compress the dirt, and they will make it right. Cost them a lot more money, but they rather that happen than your foundation fall in. Anyways, after that, of course, they're gonna dig for plumbing lines, set up the forms. The next major stage of construction is their foundation. What they do different, it's a monolithic pour from the front porch to the back porch. And your garage is separated in quadrants. That way, if one part of it cracks, it doesn't go through the whole garage. After that monolithic pour, they throw up the framing just like every other builder. City code says that 2x4s have to be 16 inches apart on the outside. On the inside though, they could be 24 inches apart. This builder still does 16 inches apart throughout the whole house. And 2x6 pieces of wood on plumbing walls, by the way. Now as for the part that covers the framing, it's gonna be OSB wood on main points, main pressure points of your house. That way, a big windstorm comes, you know, your house isn't getting knocked down. Brace right sheeting. It's like this blackboard wood composite. That's what's gonna go next to the OSB wood to close in your house. That brace right sheeting reduces noise, it helps with insulation, it burns slower, knock on wood, and it can dry itself out a lot faster. It helps with the energy efficiency of this home. The insulation. So this builder uses blown-in fiberglass insulation. And not to be confused with spray foam insulation. Some would say that spray foam insulation is better, but the city rates the goodness of insulation on an R scale. And city code minimum on the walls is R12 and R24 on the ceilings. This builder does R15 on the walls and R38 on the ceilings. They're above city code. If spray foam's at R15 and blown-in fiberglass is R15, they're doing the same thing. The reason why this builder chooses not to do spray foam is because spray foam's a chemical, it can get a lot more complicated. And also, if you need to work behind your walls, you move the blown-in fiberglass, you can't move spray foam, you gotta dig it out. The walls inside your house, let's talk about the one that separates the master from the living space. It doesn't have to be insulated, but this builder, Palo Verde Homes, they do insulate them. They put a blanket insulation right there, bat insulation. The reason they don't use blown-in fiberglass there is because that bat insulation reduces noise so that you have quietness in your master and you don't hear the TV in the living room. So insulation gets all covered up, home starts going up. The next unique thing that this builder does is their stucco. Most builders in El Paso throw up a layer of stucco, paint over it. This builder, they know that El Paso is hot. It's hot and it gets hot and cold from day to night. That's causing expanding and contracting. So they put one layer of stucco, then they put a second layer of stucco that they mix in with elastomeric paint to paint your house, but at the same time, they're protecting it from that expanding and contracting. Now, your stucco's still gonna crack. All stucco cracks, but it minimizes it and it minimizes your maintenance. As for the roofing, it's on a 3-ply system. I'm not a roofer, but go ahead and go into Google and type up 3-ply system and you'll see the benefits on it. That roof, it is a sloped roof. Part of it in the front is pitch tile. Parts of it in the back, for now, because they will be switching into full tile roofs eventually, more than likely, we'll see. But for now, sloped. It has parapet walls. On those parapet walls, the builder puts a coping feature, metal protection on those parapet walls to minimize cracking of them, because when I help somebody buy a used home, parapet walls are always cracked and it costs a lot to fix if left maintenance too long. So this builder's really thinking about the little details for you that they could just save money on. Their front doors, they're gonna be fiberglass front doors. If you do wood front doors in El Paso, the sun's gonna hit it, it's gonna expand, it's gonna get hard to close. The windows, elevate windows with an argon gas inside of them and a film tint. Basically, lets less air out and less air in. That way your home is more energy efficient. You save on utilities more. The duct work in your attic, it's insulated. Most builders aren't gonna insulate that. So when your attic's hot and you got cold air running through there, your AC is working harder to heat it up. So they're insulating over that. Now that you know how this builder builds their homes, what they do different, what their quality is, let's get into what they build. First things first, they build an ENERGY STAR certified home. One of the few, or actually only builders in El Paso that's on the official ENERGY STAR certified website. Next up, farmhouse styles, Spanish styles, contemporary styles, and regular Tuscan styles, you know, with the stone on the outside. They can do various elevations, and their floor plans, they range from like literally 1,100 square feet all the way up to 2,860 square feet. This builder's niche is more like homes between 13 to 1,900 square feet. Most people that buy a Palo Verde home are buying homes in that criteria. And then they have a couple 1-stories that are between 2,200 square feet, pretty much in that range, that if you're looking for a bigger home, it can really accomplish your goals for what they offer. Now, let's talk about the con, because there's a con with every single builder. Since this builder offers more, you know, quality, features, all that, because they do farmhouse style elevations, black accents, you could pick so many colors with them, they cost more. So the same 1,500 square foot home with Palo Verde Homes is gonna cost more than 1,500 square feet with another builder. Now here's some bonus information on Palo Verde Homes. This builder is locally owned. The builder himself lives here in El Paso, Texas, along with his family, so he knows the weather. He knows what type of home he has to build in order to withstand the climate of El Paso. And on staff, there's 2 architects, 5 engineers, which means that people on their team are qualified. The builder himself is an engineer. There's some builders in El Paso, you know, they're not engineers, but this just gives you a little bit more reassurance in this builder. If you guys have any questions on any builder in El Paso, Texas, it is my specialty. New construction, even though I can help you with everything. Even if you're not looking to buy a house and you're just curious about being informed, you could call me anytime. I'd love to inform you.